Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my flip through for my bullet journal for the month of September, as well as my setup for October. So without further ado, let's get started. So as you can see, this is my September spread. I kind of did a neutral, like browns and tans kind of color scheme. This is my calendar layout, as you can see. If you guys are interested in watching me set up this spread, then I will leave a link in the description if you would like to check it out. But on the next page I have my highlights and goals section, and then on the right I have my habit tracker and mood tracker. This was the first month in a long time that I decided to do a mood tracker, and I kind of abandoned it halfway through, so I won't be bringing that along with me for October, but sometimes it's nice to try things out again and see how they work. But on my next page I have my expense tracker, and I just cover that up with a piece of paper. But then on the right I have my sleeve tracker, which you can see I screwed up one of the lines and I did purple instead of gray, and it really annoys me now, but I also didn't keep up with this very well. But whatever, I decided to try it out and see how it would work. This is my first weekly spread. I really like all of the different colors that I chose for this, with the craft paper and the different washi tapes and also the Tombow markers I used. Here is my second weekly spread. So this next page is probably one of my all-time favorite pages I've done in this bullet journal. I continue to say that, but I think this is actually true. I really like how all the colors are just really cohesive, and I like how I included that leaf in there and a bunch of different textures and washi tapes and stuff like that. And then this is for the last week in September, which right now when I'm filming it, it's not that week yet, but yeah, I'll fill that out as the week goes on. And that is my entire September setup. So now I'm going to start creating my October bullet journal setup. So for October, I was really contemplating about the theme and the color scheme for it, especially since last month I already did like a orange and red, brown and tan type of color scheme. So I wanted to do something a little bit different with that. So I decided to go with like a magic type of theme with the colors of purple and green, because I kind of thought it matched Halloween. So I decided to do this potion bottle for my cover page. I started by sketching that out and then using a bunch of different purple watercolors to make it look like it was some magical potion inside. I'm not sure. I also used black on the bottom for the counter that the bottle is sitting on, and then I have this brown cork. And then for the background, I did this like kind of olivey forest green that I was trying to incorporate into my color scheme, just so I would have a variety of colors. And after letting that dry, I went in with a white gel pen and I added a bunch of highlights and also some stars and little sparkly things inside of the potion bottle. I did that with a white pen, a black pen, and then also a gold one. And then I wrote October on the bottom just with a Sharpie so it would stay put onto the watercolor. And then I also added a bunch of other little stars surrounding the potion bottle and added a white drop shadow on the word October. And because I thought it matched the theme, I added some silver glitter glue into the potion bottle and painted it on with a paintbrush and also surrounding it. And this glitter glue really screwed up a bunch of pages for me, as you will see in the next few pages. But other than that, I really like how this cover page turned out. I absolutely love how the sparkles give it an extra little shine. And yeah, so now starting with my calendar layout. I always do a full calendar so I can see a nice monthly overview. So I just put that in with a fine liner, and then at the top I decided to do a purple watercolor type design similar to in the potion bottle. So I did that and I kind of let it drip down. Once that was dry, I wrote October with a black marker, and then I also did some white drop shadows with the same gel pen as before. I added a bunch of photos and some scrapbooking paper just to kind of pull in the green color that I wanted, as well as some stickers. And then around days of the week or days of the month, I use a green Tombow brush marker. So yeah, as you can see, I also added some more glitter to the top, which was really annoying because it smeared the letters and I had to rewrite that again, but whatever. I like how it turned out now. So the next page I have my habit tracker and goals and highlights. So I just wrote out habits with a green Tombow marker and then wrote separate boxes for each of the habits that I wanted to track. And at the bottom of the page I added some photos, which I ended up changing one of them, you'll see soon, and added some stickers and such. And then on the other side I added some purple watercolor and let that drip, and it kind of went all the way down the page, but whatever. And then I made the mistake of using the glitter glue while the watercolor was still dry, so it like seeped through the pages onto the calendar page previously, and it just like messed things up, but I fixed it, sort of. So yeah, and I also added some on the left page, which kind of screwed it up as well, but whatever, it's all dry now and it sort of works. And I also just added some more photographs and stickers and washi tape on both of the pages. So that's how this one turned out, and yeah, it's kind of interesting, but I guess it's kind of Halloween-esque and creative. Okay, so for my expense tracker, I like to keep this really simple. I wasn't going to use any watercolor or glitter here, so I just wrote out expenses at the top with a Tombow marker, and then I have a spot for groceries on the top and other on the bottom, so I can add up the grand total for the month. I added just some stickers and some other basic decorations, and then on the other side I decided to put a mood tracker. So I just wrote that out at the top, and then for every day of the month I decided to draw out a star, and then I was going to color that in depending on my mood. This was a little time consuming, but thank goodness I had a tracer because my stars would probably look really bad if I had done that freehand the entire time. But I added a drop shadow to my lettering at the top and wrote in every single day of the month inside each of the stars. And my tracker thing isn't finished because I forgot, or I couldn't find one of my gray markers, so I'll add that in later once I find it. But that's how the page turned out. So moving on to my first weekly spread, I added some photos with like green and purple type pictures to kind of add to the color scheme. Added some washi tape and then just wrote out October highlights, and then Monday through Sunday is with a skinnier purple marker. Added a calendar and kind of just ended up doodling until I was happy with how it turned out. But yeah, that is my completed setup for the month of October. And now here is the completed flip through of October. So I really like how this turned out so far. We'll see how the other pages go, but it was kind of a challenge to find photos that would match the purple and green color scheme, but I think I found some decent ones, and I found all my photos from Pinterest, if you guys were wondering. But yeah, here is what all the pages look like, and as the month goes on I will continue to add more weekly spreads, so you will see that in my November plan with me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.